Welcome back to another video. I've never been more broke in my life. I was drawing a steady paycheck for the last almost 10 years. About 9 months ago, I quit my job and I no longer have an income. Yet something really subtle but really different has happened, has changed in me. And that's the fact that I'm actually okay spending money more loosely and more freely now. So just a few days ago, I embarked on a Do 100 Things challenge. If you don't know about this, this is popularized by a person called Visa on Twitter. And the idea is if you are interested in learning something new and trying to get good at it, do that thing 100 times. An example could be drawing an owl. You could learn how to draw an owl 100 times and you will see that you will gradually improve. That is his own example. And for me, because I'm trying to build products now, software products, and I want to sell it, I need to persuade people to part with their money to get the software that I'm building. And that is surprisingly difficult to do. After having built 3 projects now and launched them, I haven't gotten more than a couple of euros in revenue. So I decided I'm going to go do this, like 100 landing pages. I want to do 100 landing pages in order to learn how to persuade people. On the third day, I shared on LinkedIn about the progress I'm making. And a friend called Michael saw the post. In the comments, he shared that there is this really good resource that he highly recommends, and it's called Landing Pages Hot Tips. Very quickly, I went to a DM. I asked my friend Michael, hey, have you bought this book actually? Have you read it? Would you really recommend it based on what you have read? And his answer to me was, yes, he has done it, he has bought it, and he felt that it was worth the value. And so I immediately just took the plunge and bought the ebook. The old me would have spent quite a lot more time trying to figure out if I can get it reimbursed by my employer, trying to figure out if this is really going to be worth my time or worth my money. Whereas the big shift that I'm noticing happening in me ever since I became a founder, trying to build my own business and trying to take control of my own fate, is that I'm much more willing to buy things that provide leverage to me to help me get better at what I'm trying to do, to improve my personal life or improve my business life. The decision making for something that is $29 now is a lot faster than it used to be. And this is ironic, right? When I was employed, I was drawing $100,000 euros a year, which is a lot of money. And now I'm hardly drawing any money. I'm getting some unemployment benefits, but that's it. And soon I will not even have that. I have basically zero income. And so this is the irony. Like, you might be earning a lot less when you first start out to become an entrepreneur. And yet, it kind of makes sense to spend more money on things that you believe can help you to get to where you want to be. Another example. So, I have also been trying to build up my visual taste, as I was telling you about, because as a software engineer for almost 9-10 years, I never really built my own designs. It was always a UX designer or a UI designer building the thing on Figma and then handing it over to me for implementation. I would give my little nitpicks here and there and, like, in that sense, build my design taste, but I've never really had to build things from scratch, which is what I have to do now as a person who is building software products. And so I wanted a thing that could help me to build my visual taste. And I found that in a product called My Mind. Kudos to the person who created it. He was the head of design at Spotify at one point, I think. His name is Tobias Van Schneider. He has great design taste. I think he used to be a programmer too. But anyway, he has this product called My Mind, and it visually arrests me, and it really gets me into the product. And it made me feel like I really needed this, which I do. My idea was I need to see a lot of examples of good landing pages, a lot of examples of good design, and I want to visually have them somewhere in a central place, in a beautifully presented user interface, so that I can browse through them and also search them when I need to, so that I can recreate them in my landing pages practice or just to get inspiration for the next thing that I'm building. The price tag for this is, I think, $8 per month. And this was one of those moments where I was like, yeah, $8, let's just buy it and let's just invest in myself. So once again, that's another thing that I didn't used to do when I had a software engineer's income, which to me is all really very strange. I think if there's anything to take away from this is that I realize that it is transformative the moment you have taken control of your own life. It will shape your little habits in ways that you don't really expect. And I have to admit that I don't have income and I need to be realistic about that. So it's not like I'm spending in all respects of my life more freely than before. It's much more that I am spending on the things that I believe will get me to where I want to be in my life because I'm so much more self directed now as compared to before when I was an employee drawing a steady paycheck. I feel like I'm spending my time and money on things that I feel is truly necessary, even if there is a chance that they might not provide the value that I expect. I am willing to take that risk. I like it much more than when I was employed and I was spending money on going to restaurants and enjoying food, spending money on travel, living in slightly better hotels. Those are things that I have definitely cut back on so that I can still fund my runway for building my own software business and whatever business I'm trying to think of next. So yeah, I just don't really negotiate with myself anymore about these things. I just go ahead and do it. I don't know how that happened, but it has, and I'm happy for it.